NFL Today on CBS is powered by Ram Trucks, built to serve.
And welcome back to the NFL Today. And now Amazon takes you out to the sights and sounds of the game between the Bears and the Colts. Let's throw it out to Indianapolis with our announcers, Andrew Catalan, Tiki Barber, Jason McCourty, and A.J. Ross.
JB, with Chicago just 3 hours away, tickets have been hard to come by for today's game at Lucas Oil Stadium. Fans of both teams want to see a matchup of the two youngest quarterbacks in the NFL. Caleb Williams and the Bears battle Anthony Richardson and the Colts. And hi, everyone. Alongside Jason McCourty and Tiki Barber, I'm Andrew Catalan. We'll hear from A.J. Ross coming up. Both quarterbacks can feel the weight of their respective cities on their shoulders. And while it's only week 3, feels like a big game for both QBs. Jason, what have you seen so far from Caleb Williams?
Patience is key for Caleb. As the game goes on, you see him starting to press and trying to make the big play that he's accustomed to doing it. But also Tiki up front, he can use a little help from that offensive line.
Yeah, he needs the help protecting him. He got hit a bunch of times last week, but also in the run game. Mid-zone run here. Both linemen, guards are in perfect position to make the blocks. They block nobody. So it's hard to execute. But when he has time,
he has that clean pocket. We're going to see him. He's accurate and he's on time. He's been getting the ball out faster, and the pocket should be shore up today.
Bears make a change on the offensive line. The former Colt, Matt Pryor, will start at right guard for Nate Davis, who tweaked a groin earlier this week. And that is the big matchup in this game. The Bears trying to run the football against a Colts run defense that has allowed 474 rushing yards in the first 2 games. Tiki, what is going on here?
Can I go put a uniform on and go get behind that? Look, the Indianapolis Colts know that they have to shore up their front. It's going to start with Grover Stewart, but behind them is where it really needs to make a difference. Zaire Franklin, who is the leader of this team, and Nick Cross from safety, struggled a year ago, but is dominating in total tackles, leads the National Football League. They have to be impact players.
And the better they do against the run will give Anthony Richardson in this offense more possessions, which means more plays. For Anthony Richardson, Josh Downs, his slot receiver, is going to be back. He has to be consistent, play in and play out. Don't get bored with making the easy play.
And a moment ago, A.J. with Anthony's running back, Jonathan Taylor.
So Jonathan, last week you had 103 yards on the ground, and you connected with Anthony Richardson for another 32 in the passing game. How do you continue that momentum today?
I think for us it's just continuing. We've done it all week at practice, continuing to stay and practicing with an edge, but it has to translate on Sunday. So just being all in one accord and making sure what we've done in practice translates on Sunday.
Thanks to A.J. and J.T. Colts look for their first win of the season as they host the Bears. It's week 3 of the NFL on CBS. Colts defensive coordinator Matt Eberflus back in Indianapolis to take on Shane Steichen and the Colts. The kickoff is coming up next on CBS.
CBS Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Week 3 of the NFL on CBS. Indianapolis won the coin toss. They have elected to defer, and before we kick it off, down to the field, A.J. with an injury update.
Andrew, both these teams will be out without some key players today. For the Bears, wide receiver Keenan Allen, he's missing his 2nd straight game with a heel injury, and right guard Nate Davis, he's been dealing with a groin, so he's not getting the start today. Matt Pryor is. For the Colts, they're without their star defensive tackle in DeForest Buckner. He's on IR with a high ankle sprain. But they get back safety Julian Blackmon and wide receiver Josh Downs. I had the chance to speak with Shane Steichen about those two this morning. He called those additions huge, but he said other guys got to step up if they want to get their first win today.
And AJ, when we spoke with Anthony Richardson, you could just feel how excited he was to have not only a good player, but a good friend in Josh Downs back on the field.
It was so cool listening to him and saying how he watched Downs highlights in college and saw what great receiver he was. And when they got a chance to get out there for rookie minicamp, those guys were in the parking lot going over routes, but more importantly, talking about their future here as Colts and what they planned on doing together.
The parking lot here today had a lot of Bears fans. As we mentioned, just about a 3-hour drive, and Chicago will get the football first. It's a touchback. And out comes the rookie quarterback, number 1 overall, Caleb Williams.